Well, how fitting on this World Heart Day that we are addressing such an inspiring story that came out of our incredible Cleveland Clinic. I have Dr. Gerard Boyle. He's the medical director of pediatrics, heart failure, and transplant services at the Cleveland Clinic. First of all, thank you so much for joining us today.
Oh, thank you very much for having me.
I've heard about one of your young patients, Olivia, who is just thriving right now. Could you tell us how you met Olivia and her family?
Yeah, sure. So Olivia was born with a congenital heart defect called coarctation of the aorta, a narrowing of her aorta, the blood vessel to her body. And most of the time this can be repaired, but occasionally you can think of it as severe hypertension. The heart has to pump blood against very high pressures. And as you know, hypertension is bad for everybody, but for an infant, it really damaged the muscle cells of her heart. And that became a real problem.
Dr. Boyle says he met Nicole and Jacob Maurer on their worst day, the day they entrusted their one-year-old daughter in his care.
When he walked in and told us how severe it was shock, and we didn't think it was as bad. At least I didn't think it was as bad as what they were telling us when they told us that she would probably not even survive the night.
There's a lot of information that families just don't have about heart transplant. And so everybody thinks, oh my gosh, this is the end. This is a dire situation. And it is a dire situation. But once we get transplant performed, these kids do very well, as you will recognize just looking at Olivia.
Nicole and Jacob relied heavily on hope and prayer from the moment they got the news until the time that they received word that Olivia had a heart donor. Now, 6 years later, with a vibrant and healthy 7-year-old daughter, their wish is to bring hope to other families who may be going through something similar.
My statement, what came out of my mouth that day, was, my daughter will not die. She will live and declare the works of the Lord. That's what came out of my mouth. I'm not saying it was because of that statement. I'm just saying that's where my mind went. So God's good. Don't get in fear. Because one doctor says something, another doctor may give you another option.
The Maurers tell me their thank you list extends to so many from the clinic who became family and really helped them through their 8-month stay.
How's she doing now?
Fantastic. Fantastic.
She's very healthy. Every time we go in, she has to have regular heart caths done and stuff where they check on the heart. And he'll come out and he's like, she's superhuman.
Yeah.
She's superhuman. She's just great pressures, great this, great that. He's like, she's fantastic. She loves soccer. She loves playing outside. She loves swimming. We camp every summer, and that's her favorite thing to do, is to be at the campground with all her friends. There's really not much that she can't do.
She does everything they can do.
And I bet you older brothers Logan and Colton would agree that even though she's the youngest, they learned a lot from their baby sister through this process.
It's children like Olivia that get us up out of bed every morning and rush into work with a smile on our face because we want to see this, we want to do this again. It is rewarding. It is, for me, life affirming every time we see her.
Olivia's gift of life and happiness is one her parents say they can never repay.
I want to thank her donor family. We have not had the opportunity to meet them or know anything about them, which we respect their privacy. If they have not reached out, we did write a letter to them just thanking them. I don't know how else you would thank somebody like this, but
right.
They made the ultimate sacrifice when faced with almost what we had to face,
right.
The loss of their child. And if they know who we are possibly, and they see this, I want them to know what their child and their family did for Olivia.
Yeah. Thank you.